This is Dan Nash at Lorpen Expeditions, and people always make fun of me about socks because I'm kind of a sock connoisseur kind of person. So today we're going to talk about the Lorpen Expedition weight socks and let you know how they did when we put them to the test. These are the Lorpen Expedition weight socks. And these particular socks are made out of a couple different materials. They're made out of Lycra, which gives you the stretch that most socks have. But they're also made out of a Polartec, two different Polartec materials. A power dry material, so that you can push the moisture away from your feet when you start to have perspiration and stuff, especially in like mountaineering boots. But also a power dry material, insulation material, and a power stretch material. So two different kinds of Polartec materials, one for stretch, one for insulation. As you can see, these particular socks are both made for individual feet. They'll have a right sock and a left sock. You can also see that the heel is actually stitched in. It's cupped in to the sock itself. This allows for comfort, better fit, allows you to not get blisters as much and things like that if you're in these socks for days at a time, especially on the mountains when sometimes you don't have the option to change your socks every day. I tested these socks a couple different ways. I tested them on Choyu in Tibet. Temperatures down to about -50, and let's be honest, there's no sock on the planet that's going to keep your feet really warm at -50. But up until that, I tested these socks just totally on their own. I found them to be really warm, probably warmer than most of the other socks that I've worn in the past. Then when it got a little bit colder, I added a merino wool liner inside of them to add a little bit of warmth as well as perspiration. Keep that away from my feet. And then when it got super cold, I added a completely separate merino wool sock, which is pretty common for me to wear two socks or two socks plus a liner when it's really super cold. But I found that this sock paired with my other merino wool sock kept my feet much warmer than just two merino wool socks. So overall, I thought that these socks were super warm, they were super comfortable. I wore them for days and days up on the mountains. I found them to be really pretty durable as well. So if you're looking for a pretty comfortable sock, but yet a really super warm sock, definitely want to check out the Lorpen Expedition weight socks.